And we were back with Alain Ghiai, the CEO of Sekur, which is a company that provides secure messaging, email, and a place of time when all of our data seems to be shared and sold. So, Alain, welcome. And it sounds like there's a lot of people who are receptive to what you're offering.
Yes. Hi, Jane, and hi to all our viewers out there. We're very excited because we just announced our Q2 report, and the sales are up 1,140%, plus 1,140% up compared to a year ago in Q2. You may recall that a year ago, we started sales and our launch officially in July in 2021. And I have to say that the last So April and March are a little bit iffy month. You know, there was a market that was crashing, but I think it has to do more with a tax season and a lot of talk about recession, but there's no recession on our end because after Q2 was announced, we realized July was our best month ever in the company. And so far, August, and again, it's just mid-August right now, but we're tracking a 40% increase from July. So there's definitely traction, and we're very excited to see that all the effort that everybody put, you know, our team, the shareholder, full finance, the company, is starting to show that this thing is starting to have some meat on the bone, as they say.
Yeah, no, it takes a while to kind of get people's attention. And it's really always all about the product. It comes down to the product and having a product that provides a good service and a needed service. And I think a lot of people are very nervous about their data lately.
Yeah. And, you know, there's a lot of hacking. You know, everybody knows, or whoever is watching us for the first time, we have a product called Sekur, which stores everything only in Switzerland. We don't use third-party hosting platforms like the big tech. We don't data mine you. So there's a level of privacy. Our entire culture is privacy, how we develop the product, you know, what we can access and cannot access. So, and the solutions offer privacy tool like Secure Send, Secure Reply, or Chat by Invite. We also announced, as you may know, that we just increased our Chat by Invite countries from 25 countries to 61 countries, covering 3.5 billion people. So if you use Secure Messenger as a business or a person, and you want to chat with somebody else without having to send everything through text or WhatsApp or Signal, you can send them an SMS with a link to chat with you. And now it's valid in 61 countries, including most of Asia, India, most of Europe, most of Latin America. So we're pretty excited about this kind of achievement. We're seeing a lot of potential coming in the coming month.
Yeah. Well, now, do you happen to notice trends like going for your projections for the rest of the year? Is the fall typically a busier time?
Yes. So we have a guideline for the end of the year. You have to understand, we're just a micro startup. Yeah. In 2020, we had $20,000 of sale. 2021 was 140. I mean, Q2 was almost what we did for all of last year. So I'm going to say that I'm comfortable between $400,000 to $500,000 this year, which would be still a 200% increase from last year. And for 2023, if things stand the way they are with our existing funds, then we're looking at least a 200% to 300% up from the end of this year. So we're on track with our numbers. We predict profitability operationally by the end of Q1 of next year. And we have about roughly $4.5 to $5 million US. I think it's $4.5 million US in the bank, plenty of cash to take us to that level, and no debt.
Mm-hmm. And so the sales are up. How does that translate in terms of revenue and just the finances of the company?
I think so the revenues are still sub $1 million, but basically by the end of the year, if we tack on to $400,000 or $500,000 on a yearly annual and double that, actually triple that for 2023, we are on track to be profitable by March of 2023. Okay. So, you know, if we do $1,100 this year compared to last year, I'd love to do another $1,100 next year, 1,100%, sorry. But I think for Q2 of next year, we can probably expect at least a 200% increase from this year, which is still amazing. right? So the numbers are stacking now. Now it's like cumulative. And that's, of course, with our existing cash in the bank, not counting any offering or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. And then I know we had talked about a track for an IPO. What is there a new timetable for that?
Yes, so that's why I mentioned all these numbers are with existing cash. So the uplisting to NASDAQ is on track for being filed. I cannot give you a tremendous amount of detail, and the more we get into it, the more I'm going to have to basically not say much anymore. But the way we're looking at it is that we're looking at reducing our client acquisition cost to a level that once the listing happens and we get the funding that, I've been going to New York a lot, I've been lining up a lot of funding and getting these, verbal commitments, very firm commitments. I believe that once we close that, we can acquire about 200,000 users within 18 months, which would translate to $25 million in annual revenues with a profitability of $23 million in net profit. So it's going to completely change the company in terms of numbers and, of course, valuation. Right now, we've proven the model. We're increasing. We can organically grow and become profitable. With an extra financing, it will be fuel it's like jet fuel that will propel it to, a $25 million a year profit, which I'm sure you can calculate what the valuation would be on a SaaS model. So that will be a complete game changer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just looking forward to the rest of the year and looking for more growth is basically where Sekur is right now as we head into the fall. And I remember you said you've been spending the summer kind of working on tech. So
yeah.
Maybe some products launched as well.
Yes, so we have the VPN that's going to be launched end of the year. We are launching our secure mail application in September. It's already launched, but we're working on our Android application. That'll be a great thing for people to have. We're noticing a lot of people buying the email accounts on its own. We're also noticing international sales, by the way. Today we had people from New Zealand. We have some European, we have a lot of people from overseas that are getting to know the company. And we're also going to do an enterprise version of Secure Messenger for mass onboarding. Our Latin American division is talking to big enterprises and government entities, and they usually buy hundreds or thousands of licenses. So we're upgrading our entire system to that. Also for the email, that way we can go to SMBs. Starting the end of September, we're going to push small, medium businesses in the US. And going back to your previous question about a timeline on NASDAQ, now I want to have a full disclaimer that I don't have a crystal ball and we don't even know if we're going to be accepted. I just have to say that. But basically, if everything works according to plan, I would say in the next 6 months, we should get an approval if there's nothing huge going on and the timelines and their queues, etc. So I'm hoping by the end of the year. And of course, after that, things are going to be very different.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Alain. Congratulations on the stunning growth in sales.
Thank you. I want to thank all our subscribers, by the way. And if you're another subscriber and you want to subscribe, I'm going to give you a promo code. Use Sekur15, SEKUR15, and try our product. Go to sekur.com. You get 1 week for free, and after that, you're charged. So well worth it if you want some privacy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.